Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for mid-December 2024. You have this No Place Like Home card and this community card. So a lot of you could be spending more time at home at the end of the year here, which kind of makes sense just in general. And, I think it probably would be a good thing for you anyway. So, again, if you're spending more time at home or if you're just wanting to be home, then you're probably like healing and doing all that sort of stuff. So, like I said, probably a good thing. The community card, again, fixed signs really could be getting a lot of benefits from their community or from spending time in their community. So I think that, anything you can do to spend more time in your community or to build a community or to work together with other people, all that is going to be very beneficial. We're doing a Celtic cross. So for how you enter into this reading, you have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is, of course, equal give and take and cause and effect a little bit as well. And so I think a lot of you are wondering like where you should invest your time, effort, attention, energy. He's giving to this person and not this person. So you could say this is money because it's a pentacle card, but really it could be anything. Like I said, it could be time, effort, attention. And I think a lot of you are just looking to give your energies to things that will grow. The whole point of the Six of Pentacles is, to me, it's a card of planting seeds. He's giving to things that grow in his life. And I think a lot of you, with it, just based off of everything that's here so far, we are going to clarify this reading in a minute as well. I think that you are just more focused on giving to things that actually grow, which is not a bad thing. And with the community card, again, I think that you could also be focused on like really investing in relationships, all relationships, not just love, but any relationship in your life. I think you're looking to invest in those connections that really grow. Your crossing energy is the Two of Pentacles. And so the crossing energy in a Celtic cross can be what hurts you or helps you. And the Two of Pentacles like work hard, play hard. So obviously if you're working too hard, which I think you are because you have the Ten of Wands right next to it, then the Two of Pentacles can say that you need to allow for more fun, enjoyment, hobbies, things that you like to do. I would definitely carve out a little extra time to do those things this month so that you are not burdened by the Ten of Wands. I would also say that the Two of Pentacles crossing can say that you're thinking about giving something your energy, and it does feel financial to me. So some of you might be thinking about kind of like how you can make more money or things that you can do to make more money. I think also part of the challenge here is the Ten of Wands. It's like the Ten of Wands is a lot of extra responsibility, and there's no doubt about it. I feel that out of all the water signs, that Scorpios like have definitely been dealing with a lot of extra stuff in their life, like extra things that you have to take care of, or burdens and challenges. And I think the Two of Pentacles is about, with the Six of Pentacles, is about really looking at your burdens or challenges and saying, and really trying to figure out like which ones are absolutely necessary and which ones belong to other people. And, when we release the burdens of other people, we feel more free. And I think the Ten of Wands, we're going to get there in a second. I think that Ten of Wands is really encouraging you to make sure that you're not like carrying too many burdens. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Two of Wands. I feel like this area is the area of your thoughts or what's on your mind. And I feel that a lot of you are like wanting to escape almost. It's like he's standing at the top of this castle and he's looking off into the distance. I always say, he's looking out here. He's not looking right here at the world that's in his hands. And the world kind of says he has more opportunities than he realizes. Like there's more he could do than he thinks. Because again, he's looking out here. He's looking at a very limited perspective. And so he needs to expand his perspective to realize that there are other ways he can do things. There might be better options for him. There might be new directions. But he has to get out into the world and he has to experience variety. He has to learn new things. He has to see how other people live. He has to get those inspirations. And I think, I'm a big fan of doing that. It's like, I think if we don't know that things are possible, then they're just impossible until we see someone doing something, right? And so I think you have to go and like see how other people live in whatever area of your life you're looking for improvements, because I think it will kind of like inspire you and help you move forward. So I would definitely do that. In the area of your foundation, you have the Two of Cups. Again, if you have a connection, this could be very good. It's kind of funny because, you go up, well, I'll show you. You go up 10 of Wands to the 5 of Wands. I feel that some of you have maybe been dealing with challenges in a connection, if you are in a connection, but I also feel pretty good about this. Like, if you are having arguments or, even if over the past couple of years you've been having challenges in a connection, I feel like you could be doing things like to actively fix that connection. And just intuitively, even though it doesn't look amazing at this very moment, I do feel like we're going to clarify the reading. And so if you're like in marriage counseling or, if you're trying to fix your relationship, I do feel you will fix it. Plain and simple. So I feel pretty good about it. If you don't have love and you want love, I also feel that there could be a new connection coming in for you. I see you attracting a person like where there's a lot of competition for the person with that 5 Wands. So you could be attracting someone where like a lot of people are interested, or a lot of people, maybe there's just a lot of competition for this person. The Two of Cups is also you and your higher self. And all 3 water signs had this card. So clearly it's going to be a very important time for water signs to really connect in with their higher self. Again, the Two of Cups is all about like doing things to make sure that you connect with your higher self. And that's exactly what I would do here. Next, in the area of the past, this is the energy that you are moving past. You have this Courage card, and you also have this card that says do nothing on it. And you also have the 9 of Swords. So, this is good because it says you're moving past the 9 of Swords. It takes courage to move past the 9 of Swords. So the whole point of the 9 of Swords is that he's had a nightmare, he's woken up and he's stuck in a nightmare, but he has this blanket on his lap, and that blanket represents a comfort blanket. And so he is in pain, but he's not in enough pain to make a change. So he's kind of like stuck in a situation, but he isn't doing anything to, again, make a change or do something different. And so, I think the good thing is that you are moving past a situation that isn't right. The situation he's in just isn't right, but he's not doing anything to change it. But again, coming up in the area of the past, it would tell me that you are doing things to change your past situation. Next, in the area of the very near future, you have this travel card. It says you're attracting positive movement or travel that will bring your desires to fruition. 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands definitely wants you to like move forward in a new direction. Or 2 of Wands wants you to get out of that castle and move. And now you don't really have to move or travel. This could be mental. The 2 of Wands is showing up in the area of your thoughts. So the 2 of Wands can say you can learn a new skill. You could just educate yourself about a new direction. And again, all of that would be movement. You also have this unrevealed secrets. It says what is happening on the surface is not what you'll see if you dive deeper. And so I think for a lot of you, you're Scorpio. You are good at diving deep into things. You are the detective in the zodiac. So I think it would be a great time for you, like anything you want to accomplish or do. I really feel this has to do with like accomplishments in your life. We have so many cards here that would really represent kind of like growth or, expanding your life in some way. And so I think that's what this is about. And I think diving deeper into what you're learning would be a good idea. You have the 10 of Wands. Again, I do feel like you have a lot going on. Like some of this is outside of your control. I think in life, of course, sometimes we're more burdened than other times. And sometimes we just have responsibilities that we just cannot avoid. It's part of life. But, I do feel that there could be a few things that just don't belong to you. And I think those are the things that you need to eliminate, or, those are the things that you need to correct at this time, because it'll make you feel more free and you will have put down a lot of burdens. So, is this really a bad thing? I would say no, because, he's very close to accomplishing his goal right here. 10 of Wands I don't really see as a bad card. He planted those wands. They are his harvest, and he's about to have a harvest. He's about to reach his home in the background. So, again, I think you are very close at the, you have a lot going on, but you're very close to achieving a goal. Next, in the area of your outcome row, you have this card that says the answers you need are coming, and you also have this card that says your commitment is being tested. So, yeah, definitely, if you are in a connection, like a love connection, where there are challenges, then I think your commitment is being tested for sure. We'll talk about it when we get to that 5 of Wands. I don't think this is really a bad thing, and I think that, again, of course, if we are in a connection with a person where we have a challenge, but then they're willing to do the work to fix it, not very many of those types of people exist. So, if you find a person where you're both willing to work on things, then obviously that would be a good person to stay with, because relationships are never perfect, right? Do you really think it's like normal to live with a person 24/7 and expect to get along forever? I don't think so. I think it's almost impossible, right? So it's like you'll never always get along with a person. But again, I think if you're willing to find if you find a person who's willing to do things to correct the situation, of course, that's a good thing. So again, this could be a good thing for you. Over the next few months, you have the Temperance card. This is pretty good as well. Temperance is like turning your situation around. So you could be having like a breakthrough. I kind of get breakthrough vibes on this card, or, I kind of just get vibes that you are, doing things to improve your situation, which would be amazing. So I think that there could be a lot of just general improvements going on with the Temperance card, or there could be a lot of, you could be doing a lot of things to improve your situation. So that's good. This right here is the path to glory. And sometimes I feel like the Temperance card is trying to make things too perfect before he gets off on this path. So, this basically says that you don't have to wait for the moment to be perfect. Sometimes we just have to get started, and we have to start working towards something that we desire. And I think that would be a good thing for you with the Temperance card. Like if you're thinking about working towards a goal, or starting a new business or something like that, I would just get started. I wouldn't wait. Next, in the area of your closest relationships, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is self-imposed restriction, and so if you want love, if you don't have it, the Eight of Swords could definitely say it's time for you to open up to new connections. I kind of got the feeling earlier that some of you have maybe just, experienced the same story in love over and over and over again. So the Eight of Swords with the Two of Wands would be about, again, realizing that there is a different story that can exist. There are different types of love that exist. So I think for some of you, this is about setting yourself free and exploring and seeing what's out there, right? So there you go. Next, in your future feelings, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is conflict and competition. I don't look at it as a bad card, because these people are using sticks to fight. They're not using swords. So they are learning how to fight. And I think a lot of you have learned a lot through competition. I also got that feeling that if you are in a connection that, maybe there are some disagreements, or, maybe there's a difference of opinion. But again, without even clarifying, like I said, we're going to clarify in a minute. Without even clarifying, I just get the feeling that you are going to learn a lot from this experience. Again, if you're with a person where you're trying to fix things, and I feel like you will fix things is the good news. And, I think both people are going to, kind of learn a lot from this. And, really, I don't think you could ask for anything better. So, it looks pretty good to me. You have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is fulfillment or wish fulfillment. So I think for a lot of you that, there could be some sort of wish fulfillment coming in for you with the Nine of Cups. I also feel that with the Nine of Cups, we have to match the energy of what we want. And so I think matching the energy of what you want at this time would be a good idea. I also this might sound lame, Scorpio, but I kind of get this general satisfaction with that Nine of Cups. So, the outcome of the month could be that you are just feeling satisfied. With the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, you have the Eight of Swords. Yes, Two of Pentacles is a choice. He's spinning plates. He's got a lot going on. He's doing too much. And so that can cloud his judgment, or it can make it hard for him to make a decision. And so with the Eight of Swords, we have to realize that there's more than one solution to every single problem that exists. And, the problem with Eight of Swords is that she is only looking at one way of doing things. She isn't looking at all the solutions to her problem. So I think for a lot of you, this is about kind of opening up to solutions. With the Two of Wands, you have the Knight of Swords. No rushing at this time. I don't, I'm not a big fan of the Knight of Swords, I'll say that. He's being too hasty. He is jumping to conclusions. He is forcing this horse to run, and the horse is stressed out. So I think that if you, in those moments of stress, I would ask yourself, am I jumping to conclusions? Or, am I assuming things, or are my thoughts just getting ahead of myself? And so I think this is about like slowing down the mind, right? Because it's coming up in the area of your thoughts. And I think you need to realize that, if you're feeling stressed, or if you're feeling like too much is going on, that maybe you just need a little bit of time for yourself, or maybe you need to realize that you're thinking too much about the future, and you're just getting too far ahead in your thoughts. With the Two of Cups, you have the Three of Swords. Again, there's definitely something going on with like needing to heal something in a connection. If you're in a connection, I feel like if you're not in a connection, then you just need to heal your heart, and you need to realize that like not everyone is the same. Everyone is different. For every comment I get where people tell me everybody cheats, or every man cheats, or every woman cheats, or every person does this, or every person does that, I know 1,000 examples that prove them wrong. I'm like, well, yeah, maybe that's your experience right now, but you can change that by Two of Wands, right? And not jumping to conclusions that everybody is the same, because not everyone is the same. And with the Two of Wands, sometimes we just have to try a different flavor, right? Sometimes we need to realize that the reason we think everyone cheats is because we pick cheaters. Plain and simple. I was cheated on twice in a row over the past several years. Both people, I have a habit of picking bad girls, right? I don't know what my problem is, but whatever, right? So I have a bad habit of doing that, right? But both people told me exactly what they were going to do basically day one. Did they say I'm going to cheat? No, but they said a lot of other stuff that basically said they would. So I think we all need to be better at picking better people, plain and simple, me included. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is a card of following your heart. I read Queen of Cups as you. Most people read her as Cancer, which can be true, but I read the Queen of Cups as your energy, Scorpio. So this could be you. And whenever you show up as yourself, it puts you in a position of power and strength. So I feel for a lot of you, this is saying that you need to listen to your heart to move forward. But again, it's coming up in the past, so it kind of is saying that you do. With the Ten of Wands, you have the King of Pentacles. I would focus on stability with that Ten of Wands. I think there are certain activities and responsibilities that probably bring more stability into your life. I think there are other things that don't belong to you that affect your stability. The King of Pentacles is a very stable card. I look at him as a foundational card. He really represents kind of developing or having a solid foundation in life. And so I think a lot of you could be, doing things to kind of look at your foundation. With the Temperance card, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is like a big opportunity that's coming in for you. I really feel this is something that you shouldn't try to perfect, or you shouldn't try to be perfect as well. Because again, it's like sometimes I think we come up with an idea and we tell ourselves like, oh, I'll get started on that when all these other things are perfect in my life, which is never going to happen. So, if over the next few months you get any big opportunities, I would just take them and just see what happens, right? I think, people just hold themselves back from things too much. One of my favorite books of all time, The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield, and no, I am not saying The Art of War. They are two completely different books. I know what I'm talking about, number one. Number two, in that book, he says, a lot of the times, the reason we don't do something is exactly the reason we need to do something. I think in the book, he uses the example of like the single mother that says that she'll go back to college when her kids go to college, right? But really, it would be difficult, but if she were to do it right now, she could improve her life and her children's life right now, right? And so I think I kind of feel that kind of opportunity for you, Scorpio, where it's like maybe it would be a little bit of a challenge to do whatever this is, but I think it would also like improve your life right now. So, I would go for it. With the Eight of Swords, you have two cards. You have the Six of Pentacles and the Sun. Really good. The Sun is something that shines a light in our life. I always say the sun is like a spotlight. It tries to guide us, and so we have to pay attention to our attention with the sun. The Six of Pentacles, I feel, is kind of saying, just try it. You have Six of Pentacles twice, right here, Six of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles. With the Six of Pentacles, we just have to plant a couple of seeds and see what happens. So I would definitely encourage you to take a few steps towards something that you're trying to create. Yep, with the Five of Wands, you have the Emperor. I feel like someone's bossing up here. I feel pretty good. Like, number one, this would be like divine masculine. So if you are with a masculine, this person could be stepping more into their masculine. Maybe that's the problem with the Five of Wands. I don't know. And it could be feminine as well. So, whichever energy is out of balance in a connection, I feel like that's what could be being corrected here. I also feel like you could just be bossing up in general. Again, the Emperor would obviously crush the competition with that Five of Wands. So, you could really be taking control. With the Nine of Cups, you have the Nine of Pentacles. Remember when it's kind of funny that I said this, that it's like, we're expected to live with a person 24/7 and get along. It's like, usually I find that connections where people are together too much, that's really the problem, is that they're just together too much. They need to go have their own little independent things that they do. And maybe that's what's happening here, is like you're developing your independence. If you have a partner, maybe they're developing their independence. If you don't have a partner, I think you could be attracting a very independent person. And again, this is going to be a good thing because you're not going to get sick of the person because they're always, hanging around, right? And, that looks good. That also looks really good for money as well. You have this influence card. Yeah, I would also be careful of external influences. I think everybody should be careful of external influences in connections right now. We're just like in a weird time. Where I think people could be sticking their noses in business, and if you have a positive connection right now, I would protect it from external influence. If you're getting into a connection, I would protect it from external influences. You have this affair card. This is like a positive love affair. It's not like a cheating affair. So there could be like a positive connection coming in for you in love if you don't have love yet. You have this endurance card. Yeah, I definitely don't think Scorpios give up on anything. So, I think your endurance is going to be rewarded here. You have this status card. So again, very positive if you are in a connection, and very positive if you're not in a connection. You could be attracting a person, or you could be getting into a connection where the two of you develop status. And finally, you have this innovation card, King of Pentacles. I literally said innovation. So, I think trying new things, exploring, trying new ideas is going to lead to success. But this looks really good, Scorpio. I like it. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.